Hello everyone and welcome back yet again to another daily update video. My name is CryptoStash and I hope you're all having an amazing weekend. Currently it is Saturday and let's get right into the charts as we do have some things to cover that has happened yesterday and this night. You can see after this rejection and acceptance back into the range, Bitcoin has dropped down all the way towards that point of control high volume node, basically this POC level right here, which is currently sitting just around 67.8k. Now this level is very important. If we start dropping below this level, you can expect Bitcoin to revisit the value area low, which is gonna be also be that weekly open level and also the weekly pivot. This is gonna be around 65k, 65.6 to be exact. So this is gonna potentially take Bitcoin down another 3.5%. Now some very important things right now on the 4-hourly. You could see we've had like many bearish candles in a row. So I could be potentially expecting a squeeze up, maybe a bearish retest of the value area high. So maybe Bitcoin can go back to around 70k and then we start pushing down again. It is very, very possible for us to see that play out like this. Since as you can see, we have been pushing down straight into basically very aggressively to the downside. And the market makers, they won't let, basically if you're shorting right here, right now, you could get a very easily squeeze towards the upside. And then price is gonna start dropping again. Now, of course, we could bottom out right here and go for another test of the highs, but I don't think that is likely right now with how everything is looking. Also with the war and the hard time frames, basically you can see the 12-hourly right here. We started rejecting very massively. We could repeat something like this, where we had like 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a row to the downside, and then we get a squeeze. Same thing happened here, then we get a squeeze, also happened right here. So it is very, very possible that history repeats. Since we are still in this range, I don't think price is going anywhere. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. I don't think we are going above 80k and I don't think we are going below 60k anytime soon. As I have just said, I do think that the price is gonna remain in this range right here for quite a bit of time. What could happen in the short term right now for today, basically, if we let's see, if we look at the lower time frames, you can see right now we are currently rejecting against the 50 EMA and Bitcoin is trading just around that daily open level. We have bounced from the daily S1 as support, but still guys, it is the weekend. Volatility and volume is very, very low right now. If you look at it right here, you can see our volume that is right here is very low. We do have open interest going up while price is going down basically. So this also not a good sign, but this of course does not stop us from having that short squeeze happen. Of course, most of the liquidity right now is sitting to the downside, as you can see right here. Basically from 67.2 all the way down to around 63k, basically the range lows. We have a lot of liquidity piled up right here waiting to be taken out. And if we see right here, it 65 to 63k is basically around the value area low of the range that we are trading in right now. The RSI momentum on the hourly time frame did get a bit oversold right here, and we also have some bullish divergences printing right here, which is also why I am potentially expecting a short squeeze before we start pushing down again to the range lows, where if we get to, let's say, around this level, from around 63 to 62k, we could be looking for nice buy opportunities, some nice long positions to basically get us back. So if we do something like this, then we could aim for the top of the range once again. If we look at some of the altcoins, let's see, it right now currently also trading, I think, around the POC. Yep, same thing going on right here. We are right now currently trading around that POC level. For it, if we bounce from this level, we could easily retest the value area high once again before going further down. Solana, same thing happening right here, but Solana is actually below the POC, if you can see it right here. Currently in a cluster of many levels. You can see we have right here monthly open, weekly pivot, a lot of confluence levels for Solana going on right here. And we also have that very important macro support resistance flip zone, which is currently acting as support. And so if price starts dropping below this level, then Solana is potentially going to go into some of those bear market territory levels, potentially filling this order block down to $45-40, something like this. It is very possible. Hype still remaining at around $30, basically very boring price action right here, but still it has not gone down significantly, which is still nice to see. One altcoin holding nice despite the bear market price action for Bitcoin. Let's look some of the stock market. We did close the S&P 500. Actually, it is looking very bearish on the weekly. We have not seen a close down here in quite some time. Basically, we've closed into support, and if we start dropping next week down, the next major support level is around 6,500, and if we lose this level, we are potentially going to go down towards that previous all-time high that we had right here. It is possible, but this is gonna take some time to play out, of course. Same thing happening right here for the Nasdaq, also currently closing at support, you can see. And if we start seeing the S&P dropping further down, of course, Bitcoin could also drop further down. The dollar did reverse, actually potentially forming a triple top right here. Put in our order block. You could see we have potentially put in a triple top right here, like so. So it is very possible that the dollar might turn around to the downside once the new trading week begins. But other than that, let's look. We already talked about the open interest. We did cover the liquidity map. Fear and greed index is remaining at 19, back in that extreme fear zone. And we did have on Friday around 350 million of spot ETFs outflows. The bigger institutions, they did sell quite a bit, and this is why we also helped this move to the downside to happen pretty fast, as you can see right here. Just yesterday on Friday, we dropped like around almost 5% towards the downside, with the bigger institutions selling off. This did create some pressure, and we also have quite a bit more sellers right now. You can see 18 billion of short positions overall on the major exchanges. And we did have, I think all of our news are done for the week. Next week we do have CPI data coming out on Wednesday, which is gonna be very important. And we do have some data on Friday, which is also gonna be very important. And I do think that this is gonna cover it for this weekend update. Hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.